These are the plays that are going to give you the best shot at winning today. In today's slate, we're going to go through the NBA. I'm going to give you some of the highest probability player props throughout the NBA and also announce the winner of the $1,000 cash giveaway. So make sure you guys wait till the end so you can see who won the $1,000. Now, before we get to today's slate, let's talk about Wednesday and Thursday. We had a decent amount of action going through Wednesday and Thursday. Let's go through exactly what happened. First, we had Sacramento Kings De'Aaron Fox. He had a 72% probability to go under 42.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He landed exactly on that number of 42. So these numbers that I post, like I told you guys, are very important. That's what the probabilities are about, the numbers that are posted. So if you took 41, you took 40, you ended up losing. You took 42.5, you ended up winning by the hook. It comes down to that, which brings me to our next play, which was the Joker. He had an 84% probability to go over 47.5 points, rebounds, and assists, and he landed on 47. So coincidence that both of those guys on the same night landed exactly on the number. And that one, we actually ended up getting screwed by a half a point because we had the over. So 47.5, we needed 48. He got 47. So we ended up getting screwed on that one. Then we go to Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, we had the Detroit Lions, Jahmyr Gibbs, to go over 49.5 rushing yards. He had a 90% probability of this happening, and that stayed true because this happened in the first quarter. He had 52 yards rushing in the first quarter, which was easy. That was the first game of the slate for Thanksgiving, an easy winner. And guess what? You get to enjoy the rest of the day. All right. I run into a lot of people, though, that they can't just do that. You need to understand when it comes to sports betting, take your wins and enjoy the rest of your day. Yeah, it happened early. It was in the first quarter of the first game on Thanksgiving. You still got 2 more games to go and pretty much 3/4 of the first game to go. You probably want action to bet on other stuff, but you don't need to. You're there to win. You take your wins and guess what? Go and enjoy your Thanksgiving. There's so many people that I run into that cannot do that. All right. They'll take their win in the morning and the next thing you know, they're betting on ill-advised stuff throughout the rest of the day. They end up losing money throughout Thanksgiving and it is what it is. So understand that when you win early on in the day and there's still a whole slate of games, take your wins and just go amongst your day. You're there to win. You're not there to sit there and bet all day long trying to, stack your bankroll on ill-advised bets that probably aren't going to hit 90% of the time. So just make sure, like I said, if you turn a profit early on the day and there's a lot still going on, just take your profits. That's the way you're going to succeed. So let's go ahead and get to today's slate. Let's start with Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum has a 66% probability to go over 38.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He's going against the 4th worst team at guarding the power forward position. So the matchup is there. The only issue here is there is a blowout factor, possibly. Okay, they are, I think, 12-point favorites. So there is a possibility that this could get out of hand and Tatum doesn't play the fourth quarter. 38.5 is not too bad to get out of a star player through 3 quarters. So it's possible that he still could get that playing 3 quarters. He just needs to play pretty well for that to happen. And Jaylen Brown not to take his shots. All right. Because that is something that can happen in a game with Boston is one or the other ends up going off. If Brown goes off, then Tatum kind of takes a back seat. Tatum goes off, Brown kind of takes a back seat. So we have the probability that's there. We have the matchup. The only possible thing that could happen is a blowout, and he doesn't get to play 4 full quarters. So hopefully they keep it close. If they keep it close, he should eclipse this number pretty easily. Now let's get to Darius Garland for the Cavs. He has a 61% probability to go over 24.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He's going against the 4th worst team at guarding the point guard position. So the matchup is there, and the probability is there, and the points are not that high. 24.5 is not that hard to be able to achieve. So he should just be able to easily get this. He should. All right. He should be able to easily achieve this with the matchup that he's going against. As long as, of course, Donovan Mitchell doesn't take away from that. Donovan Mitchell is the number 1 on this team. So Darius Garland is the number 2 option, but he is the point guard. So he is commanding the offense every time he comes down the court. So he does have a decent shot to be able to eclipse that 24.5 number, which, like I said, is not that hard to get. When you are the starting point guard, you really just need 8, 9 assists and to score a decent amount of points. It's really all you need to be able to eclipse a lower number like that. So he has the matchup and he has the probability. So we'll see what happens there. Now it brings us to our lowest probability on here of the day, which is De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox has a 57% probability to go over 36.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He's going against the fifth worst team at guarding the point guard position. So again, the matchup is there. Probability, it's sub 60, but it's still there. 36.5 as of lately for De'Aaron Fox. He's been eclipsing that pretty easily. So as of lately, his usage has been through the roof. Now, DeMar DeRozan did come back from an injury, so maybe it hurt his usage a little bit, but not too much. When he is hot, everything is running exactly through him. All right. So, like I said, when it comes to the fourth quarter, if the game is close, De'Aaron Fox almost plays the whole entire fourth quarter if the game is close. So, decent opportunity here for him to eclipse that 36.5 points, rebounds, assist mark. Yes, the probability is sub 60%, but like I said, still, it's a pretty good shot here as of late. The way that he's been playing, as long as he plays up to par of what he's been doing, he should be able to eclipse that number and the game stays close. He really should have no problem whatsoever with that. So let's go through that slate one more time. Jason Tatum, 66% probability to go over 38.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I like this one as long as it's not a blowout. If it's a blowout, then yep, that's in jeopardy. He might not eclipse that number, but he might get it as well, even if it is a blowout through three quarters. So decent shot there for that. Darius Garland, the number's really low, so that's what I like here. His 24.5 points, rebounds, and assist number is not too hard to eclipse. He could definitely get that for sure. And the matchup's there, probability's there. So that should be a good option as well. Then the lowest one of the day is De'Aaron Fox. Over 36.5 points, rebounds, and assists. As of late, he has been going off. So he should be able to eclipse this number as long as he plays up to the standard that he's been playing. And the probability is sub 60, but like I said, he has the matchup and he's been playing pretty good as of late. Now, let's go ahead and get to the Friday winner. Your Friday winner is Quentin H. All right, Quentin H., congrats. You have won the $1,000 cash. Again, guys, if you guys want to be involved in this, I think we got 3 or 4 weeks left of doing this. So comment GOAT down below and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. As long as you're subscribed to the channel and you comment GOAT, you are entered. It's that simple. All right, just make sure you are subscribed, because when I go through and I see a lot of people that still aren't subscribed, all you got to do is click the button right under the video. Very simple. All right, so click that and you guys will be entered to win $1,000 each Friday until the end of the year.